I'll be back in the shop, obviously. No car boot this weekend, although I'm guessing, I've seen it, it would have been massive. Weather was great. Couldn't afford it. And it's saying that sounds, what? Couldn't afford to go to the car boot. Because, on the other hand, if you don't invest money, how are you supposed to make it? In my situation, I'm going to see 2 collections today. One collection is going to cost me a potential £500. And the reason we've already come to that price is I've already seen what is there. And they've done it all on an Excel spreadsheet, which I'm not a fan of, to be honest. Because, you know, when they've taken the time to go through the effort of putting it all onto documenting the grading, the record, the name, the label, the catalogue number, I'm like, nah. But we've come to a reasonable price on this collection. Now, the offer's 500. It might not, depending on the condition now, because when you see something for what it's worth on a spreadsheet to in person, it's 2 different things. So all being well, that's going to cost 500 quid. The other thing is I'm going to see another collection today. So there's 2 collections in the same day, and I don't know what that is going to cost. You know, I could turn up. It could be absolute nonsense, trash. Could turn up, and it might cost me. I don't know. Well, basically, all the money I've got needs to go on these collections. It needs to be available for me to spend on stock for the shop. So yeah, I had to make that executive decision. Over the weekend. It's not something I like doing, but you know, shop comes first. Always. Because if you don't have any stock in the shop, then your regulars are like, well, I'm here. What can I buy? And these collections, the first collection, there is some good stuff in there. It's a lot of prog and psychedelic rock. That's the kind of feeling, but there's also a lot of rubbish in there as well, so we'll see. I might do a separate video on that. Both of them are over in Nuneaton, so I'm gonna have to go over there today. It's Monday. We close on Monday, so it'll give me some time to go through it. In other news, eBay. Terrible last week. We more than doubled last week's takings on eBay this week. I think I'm currently on 742. No, last week was 310, 320. It seems that this week there was 3 solid days, 3 days which were over 200 quid. The rest of the days have been a bit of a struggle, but because of them 3 days was solid, it's been an acceptable week, you know. I've been listing. The stuff that I've been listing has been selling. Helps. But the other thing is, I've had 2 phone calls from eBay this week. One phone call, now they are trying hard now. They are pushing. They're going for it. They need to make up the loss of putting private accounts free to sell clothes. This money has got to come back from somewhere. And I feel now that they are going hard. They're getting their sales team onto business sellers. There's no other way to put it. Cold calling business sellers, trying to upsell them stuff, trying to sell them other products. Because now they have to make up this gap. You know, probably hundreds of thousands of pounds, potentially millions of pounds of fees that they have given away to private sellers of clothing. 2 phone calls. First phone call. Let me just put you down because my arm is going to be killing me. That's better. 2 phone calls from eBay. one phone call saying, "Hello, John," as it was Irish call centre, both from the Ireland call centre. It seems like when they need something done, Ireland gets the job to do it. Can they trust anyone else in their eBay world, around the world, to do this? No, Ireland gets the job. 2 phone calls. First phone call, we're giving you a free opportunity to sign up to our one-to-one, completely free session, weekly one-to-one sessions with an eBay rep who will basically go through your listings and improve the listing. Now, it's good having that one-to-one connection with eBay, because you can tell them all the gripes and all the issues that you potentially have. I'll come to that in a second, because it's not always, you can tell them what you want, but they're only there to do one job. And I said, look, I'm pretty well versed on how to increase and how to better my listings with better titles, 4 buzzwords in the first 4 words, as many pictures as possible, clear pictures, white background pictures for your first one. Making sure all your item specifics are done. I've been to the eBay Opens, I've sat there, I've took it in, and I have been on one of these courses before. So I kind of know. I didn't want to come across to the guy, oh, I know everything, because I don't. The main thing I thought, well, maybe if I can get onto the group and he might just increase the listings, open up my eBay shop to the eBay world, and I'd get more sales. That's the only reason I was thinking I might do this. But then it takes a weekly one-to-one call where you've got to take time out your day and sit down. So if it doesn't happen, it could be a waste of time. The other thing I think he was going to go down the route of is trying to promote listings, which then it's not free anymore. I've got to pay for the advertising fee. And the other thing was regarding the advertising windows in the bottom and linking back to your page. Again, that might be free to start with, but this is advertising we're talking about. It won't be free eventually. So I said yes, but then I thought about it. I said, you know what? I don't really have the time to do it. So he just said sign up through his email, and I haven't done it. So, yeah. But the second one got to me a little bit. The second one did get to me. I understand that guy was trying to help me. This second person, completely separate phone call, Ireland call centre again. And she was promoting the fact that, and I've seen it in the banner, she says, have you seen the offer we're doing at the moment, Mr. Fitzgerald? I was like, which offer? There's loads. What offer are you talking about? Oh, we were giving you a half price off advertising. I was like, well, okay, great. It's 50% off advertising, up to £1,000. But if I'm going to spend, if I do that and maximise it, it's going to cost me 500 quid. Yes, there will be, she said, like, for every £1 in advertising, you get £5 in sales. Okay. But I'm still having to pay eBay more money all the time, more fees to get sales. What about just listing stuff and selling stuff? Now, I don't advertise. I've got a lot of my shop is on promoted listings up to 5%, but my new listings, I do not advertise them, because that is when you're gonna get the vast majority of that sale. So why would I pay to promote it within the first 90 days? It's just not something I'm gonna do. But they're pushing this now. We want more money now. We need you to advertise on eBay. And I said, look, I would rather put my time and effort into increasing my revenue streams on other platforms which have lower fees, where you don't have to always advertise to sell. You don't have to do that. And I give another example, and I said, i.e. Whatnot, Vinted, minimal effort, because it is minimal effort, especially Vinted. Whatnot, a little bit more effort, but it's a lot less effort than eBay. And I said, I did say the other thing now, I do think you're trying to squeeze eBay businesses because you have now taken the fees away from personal clothing sellers. And she said, well, I don't know anything about that. I'm like, you work for eBay? Like, I know, I don't work for eBay, and I know, I've seen it all over. Surely you were getting this feedback from other sellers, and surely working within eBay, you would have had the massive UK-wide memo to say, we're taking my fees from clothing sellers. So I did bite at her a little bit, and I thought, you know, you're kind of annoying me now, because all you want is advertising, more money here, little 10 pence here, little 15 pence there, little 0.35% on every sale here. And it's just getting too much. I'll give her an example. I sold £200, I haven't told you this yet because it's gone. If you can see it, it's gone. I had a Green Day Dookie 1994, not the sealed one, it was I had an open one, pink vinyl. It was on eBay for 250 quid. And somebody offered me 200 and I took it. And after fees, no postage involved, like I've got to pay for postage as well. After fees, I got £177. Still a good chunk of money. But they've taken £23 in fees. It would have been more, but I am a top rated seller, so I do get a 10% deduction on fees. So I got £177 left. And I give her that example to her, and I said, do you not feel that's a bit excessive, where I can go onto Vinted and sell it and receive 100% of the money? Or I can put it, obviously, if it's all, I wouldn't put it on Whatnot because I don't think it would achieve that amount. So fair enough. But I could put it into the buy now section of Whatnot, and it would be a 13% fees. So there's the alternative. I could put it on Discogs, and I think Discogs is about 10%. 23% in fees on that one sale. And now you're asking me to pay more. So that is my eBay rant of the week. As with tradition, let me show you what I was recently sold on eBay. It's been not too bad. I'd hate to look at actually what this has cost me, but here we are. I'll start off with the Wasp tour program from the 90s. Gotta be careful with these because some of them might have a few diddies. Motorhead 10-inch St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Motorhead Girls School. That's 17, I think. Planet T techno record. This was 17 on offer. It was on 20. Brian, the Adequate Golfer. He's a subscriber. He's getting to be a regular from the shop now, even though he lives nowhere near. He lives. It's one of these. I'm thinking, where's that? Anyway, it's one of them. It could also be that. Where is that? No, I don't think it's that. It's up here. One of them. He's getting to be regular. And he came in and said, I don't know if I've got this. He gave me a cherry Bakewell. Thank you very much. But I'll let you know. And he went home and found out he didn't have it, and he's paid for it. So thank you very much. Soft sell, Tainted Love, $14.99. Another subscriber, regular buyer of random stuff I'll send to her, Claire. This coming on Saturday. It's got a little score marks. It's though someone who, this is a reissue. Crosby, Stills and Nash. It's on clear vinyl. I'm not going to get it out because it's a bit of a pain. But someone's obviously like been a bit eager and opening the box and just scored it, which is a shame. But a guy bought this off Amazon and said, "Oh, I don't want this. Look at the state of it." And he didn't return it either. He just wanted to exchange stuff in the shop. So fair enough. Piles. I forgot to say, I have got piles. I've got piles of Pet Shop Boys here. This is all what we got. They don't put what this flipping. It's a Sin. Always on my mind. Rent. What's this? Opportunities. So Hard. Latin American Party. Is that what it's called? Is that what the van's called? Domino Dancing. Then and this one, I don't know what that is. Posh Boy. What's its inside? Suburbia EP. 28 quid. I think that went to a subscriber, Andy. Appreciate that. He buys a few bits from the shop all the time. Jeff Healy Band, See the Light, 15 quid. Catoy Touch You, tenner. Bird of Prey, Fatboy Slim. Sealed, 20th anniversary edition. Orange vinyl, 20 quid. Depeche Mode, Everything Counts. There is a mark on this, unfortunately, so it went for a little bit less. I did play test it, and it wasn't too bad. $8.79 on that. Cockney Translation, Smiley Culture, that went for 11. Nice condition. 11.79 something. Piles of 7-inch. I do like 15 records for craft reasons. All the Gary Glitters. All the other ones that ain't gonna sell. Oh, someone's at the door. 1 second. 1 second. You alright?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Parcel upstairs. Yeah, what was I saying? 15 records, tenner. Hee Whip Fiends. Roland Rat. Picture Disc. Love Me Tender. As if he's done a reissue of Elvis Love Me Tender. 1984. Whip Fiends. Wham Club Tropicana 7-inch. 15 quid I think I got for that. Leonard Cohen, Mrs. McCabe and Mrs. Miller. I think that's from some sort of soundtrack. 15 quid for that. Alpha and Omega, Dennis Al Capone. I think that was a tenner. That sold same day. Then this sold same day as well. UK Subs, Stranglehold, and that is on red vinyl. Nice condition that is, and that went for $8.79 on offer. It was on for a tenner. And Gene Vincent, Hot Rod Gang, sort of 1958. I think that was 20. That was that. Got a couple of bits over here. This is going to Stacey. Recovered Riches. He asked me if I had any sleeves, 12-inch sleeves. The only sleeves I've got now is the resealables. Pack of 50, tenner each. On Amazon, these are 20 quid. So that's going out to you today. Subscribe to him. Great channel. That is that. That is what's going out. It's been a little bit quieter over the last 2-3 days on eBay. The vast majority of the monies came in the first half of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then it's been like, What Not Show this Sunday, 6 o'clock. The plan is to give away a Taylor Swift album. The plan is to give away the Taylor Swift Taylor Swift's brand new album. While I'm on the subject of brand new albums, it was Record Store Day on Saturday, and I don't know if I'm getting FOMO because the queues for these record store days. I was watching a YouTube channel called The In-Groove. Mike at The In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. He had a live stream to his record store day, and every transaction was three figures: $450, $670. That's $348. Just crazy. My only problem about record store day, I wouldn't do it for Birmingham, I wouldn't do it for Hall Green, I'd do it for Nuneaton. Big problem about it is you've got to jump through so many hoops to be involved in record store day. Not only that, you need to pay the company record store day themselves just for signing up. So yeah, cheers, you're on board. It's like 150 quid. Thanks. So that's just for the company. Now the other thing that they don't distribute the records. You have to sign up to 8 record distributors. It doesn't all come from one place. The record store day company themselves. It all comes via Sony, Universal, all these independent distributors. Not only that, if you want the stock, you've got to pay for the stock. It's not sale or return. You've got to pay thousands and thousands of pounds for this stock. And then you've got to hope that you sell the titles that you've ordered. And then you've got to hope you get the titles you've ordered. And it's a massive guessing game. They are so strict with what you are and aren't allowed to do. You can't open the shop early. You're not allowed to keep anything back, although it happens for people. You can't put it on eBay. You know, they're so strict. They're trying to protect their brand as much as possible, which I get. But at the end of the day, record store day, I feel like it's lost its original reason for doing it, which is for independent record stores. Now it's this big corporate company, and some people can lose money doing it because they might not sell the stock that they've got, and you see it in record stores all the time. Record store day stock that they've put money into and haven't sold. Some of the stuff flies out. Some you kind of guess, well, I'm not sure if people want this. I think I just have to be clever and sort of build up a list or build up what people want. What do you want? Fill out this, and I might, you know, if I ever decide to do it, I might ask when the titles come out. I might put a poll out, which would be really helpful. So I might ask you, the community, my YouTube community, to help me with this, to see what the popular titles are, and just go for them. Maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 titles to start with. You know, it's a big risk, and you know, it's hard enough without having this. But I do look at it and thinking, wow, it puts the shop on the map, especially in Nuneaton. I wouldn't do it in Hall Green because Polar Bear and King's Heath do it. So you're splitting the customer base. Why would I wanna try and, I mean, you know, we're all gonna get, it's like 2 miles away. It's not something I do. It's not something that this shop does, and we don't do a lot of new records. So anyway, that's that. There might be some more footage. See how these collections go. So I might do a separate video in Nuneaton and see what these records are. Yeah, 2 collections coming up. But thanks for watching anyway. It's been a bit of a ramble rant, but yeah, thanks a lot. See you later.